Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden, and she is taking off. She's running patrol. Been several squirrels about lately, you know. So anyway, according to the weatherman, over the next 3 days there is only a 20% chance of rain. So what does that mean? Well, that means that this wall, and this wall is going to get its second coat of paint. And then I'm going to put the last of the hardware on the actual door here with the locking mechanism down here, and the locking the locking device for this. Don't ask me why it's not coming out of the mouth. And the reason why is hook locks like this are cute. It'll keep this lid closed in a storm. But raccoons have opposable thumbs, and they can pop that open. So the goal is to make it so they can pop this open all they want with an actual device here. Makes sense. They won't be able to open it. It's the goal. Otherwise, it looked like the tarp made it. Lots of rain across the top. My little rack in there looks relatively dry from last night's rain. Yeah. All right. What are we doing? Let me go get done. I'll talk to you in a few. Yep. That's right. Just put on the coat. I mean, it's wet. You know? Roller, paint. It's raining. Huh. Grab the umbrella really quick so I can keep all the electronics stuff dry, because maybe it's just going to be a quick shower. You know. And from there, we'll have to see. So you can hear it. It's raining. Yes, it is still raining. It's a light rain. It's more like a sprinkle, but it's still raining. It's a good and a bad thing. Bad thing, I wouldn't have painted. There is no guarantee that the coats that I put on over here aren't just going to peel off. I'm not happy about that. Having said that, being that this side had already got its 2 coats, I'm cutting 10. For the nesting box roof, now this is a different piece of tin than the other reclaimed stuff. It is still reclaimed. You can tell where I took off the rusted bottom. And that other piece there is very similar to this piece. This is where they had it nailed in. You can see some of them are really bad holes. Makes sense, and I didn't need that much for the nesting box roof. So I've got 2 pieces. Now this one's got several holes here, but it's only got a large hole there, and then there's a hole here and a couple holes there. So that's not a lot of holes for me to fill with my gap stuff. And this piece is actually really good. Yeah, that's not a hole. There's a hole here at the end, and there's a hole there. You know, so this piece is awesome. There's only 2 holes on it. The other one's got a few more holes, but there was no way to get the 20 inches that I need off of this piece without having to put all of these huge crater holes in it. That would just be too much to mess with. So anyway, let me get to getting these on. And then things I have to think about. My overhead is awesome. Does that make sense? It's raining right now, and up here against the wall is still dry. This is still awesome dry. Right here at the seam is where it starts to splatter. And I don't know if it's splattering because it's hitting the tin and splashing back, or if, you know, a breeze catches it and it's blowing against this. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get some flashing or something that will let me open the door. But when it's not here, keep rain shedding off to the tin. So something I'm gonna have to think about. Not sure, but I'll think about it. I will just, you know, it's one of those I will figure it out. All right, talk to you in a few. Isn't that just awesome? Tin's on. The actual hasp block is on. You put a little carbiner through here. Critters can't open it, not like they can the hooks. I've got a handle so I can, sorry, let me open that up. Have to undo the hooks too. You know, lift it appropriately, collect eggs, and put it back down. Isn't that awesome? I am going to want a little kickstart something to hold it open. The lid is heavy. It's supposed to be heavy, so it's not easy for critters to do what they need to do. Having said that, most places, if there was a hole, it got a screw. I didn't do this one, but you can kind of see through it. It drips off the edge there. Sorry, there you go. You can see my finger. It drips off the edge. I'm not worried about that one. This one here was because there was a hole there. These three overlap with this piece of tin. Does that make sense? This one, there was a hole here, and it overlaps with this piece of tin. So this whole section here overlaps. So this one goes through both pieces of tin, and this one goes through both pieces of tin. So the only true hole that might put water under the roof is this one. And yes, I will fill that one. I will also go back and fill these three. And that one too, just because they don't need to puddle with water and rust like like that piece did over time, you know? So, again, I might make some little kickstand so I can open that, and I don't know. Still thinking things out. I know that sounds crazy. Figure it out as you build it. Yep. Might put another like eye hook, you know, up here somewhere. So when we open the lid here, hey, come on, Nita. There we go. This hook can hook to something up here and just hold it open long enough for me to catch eggs. It's a thought. I will think about that while I think about what I'm going to do with the lip here. You know, and it might be as simple as I just need to come over with a little, I don't know, a little something. I don't know, just something that keeps the water from hitting this and splashing back onto here. I don't know. I'll see. I will figure something out. All right, so what's next? Well, I was going to work on the door here, but it also got its second coat of paint. And may or may not dry. I don't know. So I can't mess with it. So I'll probably clean up tools, but leave them in here and go work on the run. I was hoping to get the doors done, because if I can lock it down, not just with a lock, but the actual locking mechanisms, I was going to move the chickens out here. The run space is 4 times larger than their brooding, and they're too big for their brooding area. So this gives them lots of area. And I was going to maybe take just some of the chicken wire and just kind of put a piece of it here, you know, maybe lay it here across the bottom and put a couple of cup hooks here on the other pieces, just to hold chicken wire, because they don't need to go in there. They're not nesting right now, so that they don't need to think they need to be in there. So I was just going to put chicken wire up. That way I'm not cleaning stuff that I don't need to clean. They can hang out in here, gives them plenty of room. And then I want to put them for at least a day, if not 2, where they're just in the coop, that they realize this is home, and then you move the food and water out of here into the run, you know, and they hang out in the run. So today would have been a good day to move them in, but if this door's not going to get dry enough for me to put, you know, the locking mechanisms on it, because there's one up here that's my handle and like a deadbolt lock, and there's one there that will go down into the base, so it locks both here and there. Double lock it, baby. Keep my girl safe. My boy safe too. Anyway, let me go do some more. Talk to you in a few. Isn't that pretty? The door frame's in. Now I want it to open that way. That's what I want. That's why I put it in this way. But the handle here is backwards, and it is not made. If I flip it around, then it has to be drilled into this one, so it latches onto that, because there's a little piece here to hang on to. Does that make sense? So I either drill a hole, or I just lift it backwards for the rest of my life. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'll think about that in a minute. I might just replace the whole thing so I don't have that problem. The second thing I have, I guess these are self-drilling screws. I am assuming they're supposed to go in these holes, here and here. I don't have the drill piece to do that. Isn't that just fun? So, I don't know. I'm going to see what I can do, but if it's supposed to be, you know, plug and play, put it together, then the hole should already be there. Or you should be giving me the tool to do that. Otherwise, I have to decide if I want the door to open out or if I want it to open in. If I open it in, I can make sure that the wire across the top overlaps here, both the top and the bottom. Push it in and the wire overlap would never get in my way and still would stop a predator trying to get in. I also had to, because I'm on a hill, if I want it to set flat, I had to put it up on bricks. Otherwise it was never going to attach to the coop the way I want it to help seal that off. So, I will be buying some actual bricks. I'm putting them in there. You know, putting bricks down and then leveling with wood as necessary. Fun stuff. Things that you don't see until you start putting it together. Alright, otherwise, it's coming along great. Let me see if I can figure out some way to put these bad boys in. I'll talk to you in a few. And having said that, since all the doors locked, we don't need anything getting in there. And getting stuck on the inside. Isn't that cute? So, the coop is secure. The run is wide open. And me and Miss Panda are going to tell you goodnight.